Okay, so I am going to start off by mixing my dry ingredients. In this bowl, I have 1.5 cups of AP flour going in. I also have 2 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice, and I actually mix my own pumpkin pie spice, but you can just buy the store-bought or whatever. I'll leave you a link down below to my recipe for how I like my pumpkin pie spice. The next thing that I'm adding in is 1 teaspoon of baking soda along with 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. And I just want to stir all of these ingredients together. I'm going to put this bowl over to the side. In a separate bowl, which I have right here, I have 1 cup of sugar. I'm adding to that 2 ounces of cream cheese. And I'm just going to cream that with my hand mixer. Next, I'm adding in 1 stick of melted butter, 2 eggs, along with 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So I'm just going to mix that up until it looks like this. So now we are going back to our bowl of dry ingredients, and we are going to mix these in with them. Okay, so I'm going to give that a little mix with my mixeroonie. I said mixeroonie. Ah, too high. Oh no. There we go. Make sure that you're only mixing until your flour is incorporated, because if you overmix, you're going to end up with tough muffins. Alright, so we're going to get that all stirred up, making sure we have all of our flour incorporated, and then we're ready to mix in our pumpkin. So next is going in 1.5 cups of pumpkin. And I'm just going to give that a little mix with my hand mixer again. And that is going to look like this once you get it nice and mixed up. Make sure that you're scraping the bottom and the sides. That is looking absolutely gorgeous, so I'm just going to put this over to the side and make my cream cheese filling. So I am back to that first bowl, and no, I didn't rinse it. You know why? Because I hate doing dishes and it's all going to the same place. So in here I have 3 tablespoons of sugar, along with 6 ounces of cream cheese. I'm going to go ahead and cream that. Then I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of flour along with 1 egg and mix it up. Alright, so there is our beautiful cream cheese filling. I'm going to put this over to the side, and we have one more thing to make, which is our crumb topping, and then we're going to put it all together. Okay, so now I am ready to work on my crumb topping. Here I have 1/2 stick of butter, and truthfully it got a little softer than I intended, but I'm going with it anyway. So into that I am adding 1/2 cup of AP flour, along with some more of that pumpkin pie spice, just a tiny bit. I'm probably going to put about 1/2 teaspoon or so in there. I want a contrast between that pumpkin flavor and my crumb topping. I want there to be like a little pop of flavor that's kind of in there, so I've decided to go with putting a little bit of orange peel in my crumb topping. Orange pairs really well with pumpkin, so this is going to be absolutely delicious together. I'm going to say that's about a teaspoon or so going in. You know what? I'm going to do actually a tiny bit more. I really want to bring out that orange flavor. I feel like it's going to give it a nice little kick. Next I'm adding in 1/4 cup of brown sugar. And I'm just going to take a fork and kind of mush and mash all of this together. While I'm mushing and mashing, by the way, I have my oven set on 350 and it is preheating for me. And you know what, guys? I just kind of made a last minute decision that I'm also going to add in some coriander, and I just really love the way that coriander blends with orange peel. So they really complement each other's flavors. So I'm going to add in maybe, let's say, 1/2 teaspoon. Yummy! It's gonna be good. Alright. That crumb topping is looking really nice right now, so I'm going to go ahead and put that over to the side, and I'm going to start building my muffins. Okay, so I have my muffin pan here, and I have just went ahead and sprayed it really well with Pam. And I'm going to use my portion scoop to go ahead and start grabbing little scoops of the muffin. And the main purpose of using the portion scoop is just to keep it as even as possible, because you want everything to bake at the same rate while it's in the oven. once I get all the muffin cups filled, I'm just gonna give it a nice little shake like this to kind of get it down on the bottom. And then I'm going to go back with this cream cheese filling and kind of put it into each one. So I'm just going to do, this is a teaspoon, but you don't have to use a measure. I just already have this here. So I'm going to kind of push down and drop it like that, right? So it's going to get a little messy, and that's okay. Okay, so once I have each of these with my dollop of cream cheese filling on them, I'm going to go ahead and give another little dollop of the pumpkin on top. Okay, so it is time to go ahead and start adding our lovely crumb topping that we have prepared. And I'm just going to add this a little bit at a time right on top. I'm going to add a little bit and then I'm going to go back over everyone. That way it makes sure everybody has a nice even kind of distribution of the crumb topping. Kind of give it a little mashy to get everybody sticking like this. Ooh, missed that guy. Alright, I'm just going to knead them up a tiny bit before they go into the oven. And these are going in at 350 degrees until a toothpick inserted comes out mostly clean. Not all the way clean because I already told you these are crazy moist. So toothpick, just a little bit of stuff on it. And here we are like 25 minutes later. These went in at 350 just as a reminder. They are looking absolutely gorgeous, but I do want to give them about 20 minutes to cool off before I mess with them at all. The way that you can check these also, if you don't happen to have toothpicks available, you can kind of push down gently on them like so, and it should spring back up. So when you push down on like that, it should come right back up. So I'm going to go ahead and just break one of these apart, and there is our beautiful line of cream cheese. That is looking super delicious. Oh my goodness. These are so moist, first of all. Like I already told you they were going to be. So super moist. The texture is really, really nice too. It's kind of spongy, great pumpkin flavor going through, just the right amount of spices, and then you have that cream cheese layer in there that just not only adds to the moisture but kind of gives a nice contrast to the flavor. And of course that orange that we put on top is really kicking in. It's balancing out that pumpkin spice. It is such a gorgeous combination, you guys. I know you are going to love these muffins, so make sure that you give them a try and then leave it in the comments if you made them, and I will see you in the next video. Happy cooking, everyone.